doing here?
Okay,
How?
so this is basically where we left off. So let's get straight into the fight, right? Let's see how good they can really be. Okay, I will drag your eyeless hide the length and breadth of Canada's.
You say such disgusting things. Even imagining them repulses me.
I've never wondered if demons feel pain the same way mortals do. This would be an occasion to find out. I shall be delighted to observe this execution.
Trying to be brave, are we? That's nice. But never dish out threats if you can't make good on them. Your goddess sent you to die. You think that's a victory? All you've done is postpone the deaths of all the other mortals. And not even for very long. But your wait for death is over. You won't see what I'm going to do to your little friends, because I'm going to kill you right now.
Let's see about that, girl.
This will be quick.
Okay, so she does. What is this? Mythic power. So what is the spell that we have here? Okay. You get 2 additional attacks per round and a +5 mythic bonus to attacks. That's pretty good. Other attacks ignore enemy damage reduction, which is insane. Automatically confirm all critical hits and deals an additional 100% divine damage. That's insane. Jesus, okay, so we're basically just gods as of right now. Aw, rip. That's kind of that's sucky.
I'll cut you wide open.
I guess we're just gonna hit. Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! She's so strong! Hell yeah! Skillies! They got wisdom damaged by what? Phantasmal putrefaction. This creature believes that its skin is rotting away, large rents are appearing all over its body, and its internal organs are spilling out into a putrid half liquid mass at its feet. Each round after that, it receives a will save to disbelieve the effect. If this fails, it also must succeed a fortitude save or faint asleep as per sleep. Okay, that's kind of insane, but we'll figure something out, right?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Ah, she's in the cloud. I see. Alright, she is insane.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, I'm just dead. That's a rip.
Cover me, all right?
You are today's sacrifice.
Alright.
They'll beg me to stop.
Could this happen? Stab you or zap you?
Jesus Christ. I'm just half dead all the time.
This will leave a bruise.
Distract them from me.
Go for their heart. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Oh, what?
This is how it feels.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Time to share your treasures.
Okay, I think we're just gonna lose this one, but at least let's see how it goes, right? Okay, yeah, that's just a reload, but hey, at least let's see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna skip all that real quick. Kind of sucks that we can't save right after, but hey, it is what it is. Ugh. Still, that's a pretty good game. At least now we know what the fight looks like, so we have more of a chance to do it for real. I'm just gonna have everybody hit everyone else than Minago. But I wonder if I'm not better to use Wendog to just kill the Verrock instead of crowd controlling. Then again, she can just kill literally everything, so I think she's gonna spend one round killing everything, and then one round trying to kill the Verrock. I think that's the best option, but I'm not sure honestly. Yeah, I ain't sure completely. So they transform, we get the revelation that we've been planted by the demons. And then we go forward. And we fight Menago. Jesus, so loud. I feel like the sound cuts when I do this. Ok, bon. Okay, now we get the mythic powers.
Demons love.
You're
Do not fear. Do not wait.
Okay. Let's get it.
I'll rip you apart.
Rip, that was kind of sucky.
I'll cut you wide open.
The ferocious skeletal champion.
No match for me.
The spirits demand your blood.
They'll beg me to stop.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, we killed it! Hell yeah! Let's go. Oh, he's still in his movement. Never mind. Oh my god, that's kind of bad.
Go for their hearts.
So he still has Archon Aura, right? Yeah. Okay, should we just go for her then? I'm not sure.
Look at them, Suture. They're rejoicing like children. The storm is coming and none of them sees it.
Shall we add to their festivities, my lady? How about a little lightning to burn their flesh?
Oh no, Suture. We'll leave such frolics to Discari's little gnats. We are here for something else. Something I have greatly anticipated for a long, long time.
Okay, here we go once again. I don't know if I'm supposed to kill or to kill everything else, but everyone just gets stunned. I'm gonna try to spread everyone out more. So I'm gonna leave Wenduog in the middle, and then I'm gonna try to spread everyone out a little, but I don't know. Because she has a line, right? The problem is her line thing, I feel.
What in
What? Hello.
Alright, we're gonna explode.
demons?
You're
Can we retreat already?
So she is fatigued. Okay, I'm gonna try to just ace everybody up. Maybe that's gonna make a difference, right? Then I'm gonna try to run this way.
Cover me, all right?
The inheritor will guide my blade. I'll cut you wide open.
Okay, so ability scores damage, which is fine. We're gonna put the skeletons here because they're gonna choose many more than one target, and then I'm gonna try to run all this way. Alright, so now they're alive, they're gonna hit people.
The light, take you. No match for me. The spirits demand your blood.
Okay, the bless can hit everybody, so we're gonna bless. Bless up, y'all. Did we do the Archon Zora? We did. Oh, we can move him. Great. Okay, I think I'll just move him here, honestly. Oh no, everybody's down from the phantasmal thing. My god.
A mere flesh wound.
Into the fray!
I mean, I can't keep going anyways. My commander died. Jesus Christ, this fight. Alright. We're gonna have to think of some way, boys. Like, goddamn. Okay, I'll try to just rush her. Rush her, right? I think that might work. I think that can work, actually. I just hate that people... Like, when all of my party succumbs to the fatigue thing, well, like, they have to sleep, that's kind of a problem, right? And apparently putting them apart does not do much. They just need to resist the thing, is what I'm coming to understand.
Shall we add to their festivities, my lady? How about a little lightning to burn their flesh?
Yeah, we understand.
We'll leave such frolics to Discari's little gnats. We are here for something else. Something I have greatly anticipated for a long
Yeah, we know. You're gonna plant me on there. Alright.
What's that? What? Oh, look.
Demons.
You're gone.
They will break against our
Alright.
resolve.
Can we do it this time?
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open.
Cover me, all right?
my god, it's just flooding with demons. My whole party is just stunned. It's kind of lame. Is anybody not stunned? I don't get it. Did I hurt her enough?
How are you doing that? Where is
All
your
right,
power
we did it.
coming from?
Hell yeah.
Morrow, to me!
Staunton, my darling. I knew you'd come back for me.
Shut it! Get over here now. Get behind me. If you want to finish her off,
What?
you'll have to step over my dead body first. Killing me won't be a challenge, I know. But I can last long enough to give her time to escape.
The Crusaders are right. You're a traitor. You were always a
You're right.
traitor.
But you won't change your mind either way. So why waste my time trying to convince you? No matter what he does, no matter what he says, Staunton Vane will always be considered a traitor. Well then, Staunton Vane will finally be the traitor you've always wanted.
Sure, buddy. Kind of weird, champ.
Enough talking. Morrow, cast your spells and get out of here. I'll hold him off. Quickly, before I change my mind.
No, my sweet, I won't abandon you. We'll leave this place together, and we'll go where we can be happy.
Go. Let me finally. God damn it all!
The demon and the traitor vanish in a magical haze. You feel the energy thrumming through your body and soul start to fade. It doesn't leave you, it hides somewhere deep down, leaving behind a small amount of incredible energy, as well as the understanding that you will one day master that inconceivably huge power. You have gained your first mythic rank as a mythic hero, starting a whole new track of development independent from your class level. Every time your mythic rank increase, you and your companion will gain a new mythic ability or mythic feats. Your mythic rank will increase as the game story progresses. Okay. So you can choose between those for now. We can choose anything else. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, so we can only choose mythic hero right now. Heroes are set apart from their contemporaries, capable of an amazing feat of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. In spite of this, they're still similar in many ways to other adventurers. They have hit points and armor class and saving throws. In fact, most of their statistics are comparable to non-mythic characters of an equal level. Where mythic character differ is in the special mythic abilities. Okay. Okay. We're gonna check the first one that has like a skeleton thing, obviously. Mythic characters draw their power from death, can channel negative energy to deal damage to a living creature or to heal undead creature. Channeling energy causes a burst that either heals all undead creature or damage all living creature in a 30-foot radius centered on the mythic character. The amount of damage dealt or healed is equal to 2d6 plus 1d6 per mythic ranks. Creatures that take damage from channeled energy receive a will save to halve the damage. DC is equals to 10 plus the mythic rank plus the character's charisma, wisdom, or intelligence modifier, whichever is higher. Creature healed by this energy cannot exceed their maximum hit point. All excess healing is lost. A character may channel energy a number of times per day equal to 3 plus mythic rank. Okay, so that would be like 4 right now. I'm assuming. This is a standard action that does not provoke an attack of opportunity. On the second mythic rank, those characters gain an even greater mastery of negative energy. Their insight into the flow of negative energy is also gives them an advantage in combat against enemies that have an affinity for negative energy, such as the undead or Nabasu demons. Okay. These characters become immune to negative level and gain +4 bonus on saving throws against death effect. They gain +2 bonus AC saving throws, attack weapons, damage rolls against creature with negative affinity. The DC of their class ability against this opponent is increased by 2. So obviously we're gonna get the Lich one. Ooh, mythic abilities. Oh my god, that's a lot of reading. Alright, let's get to it. You are a master of the mage armor spell. Benefit whenever you cast mage armor on yourself, it gives you an additional bonus to your mythic rank. That's pretty neat. You don't automatically miss when you roll a 1 on an attack roll. Okay. Wow. That's really good. Abundant casting is insane. Okay. So now right now it's between abundant casting and archmage armor, but I don't think I want archmage armor. Creature you summon gain a piece of your mythic power. Creature you summon by you gain bonus to its strength, dexterity, constitution. Man, is it I just gotta search something because I don't know if this is good for undead, right? I'm just gonna look it up. Does ascent affect? No, it only affects creatures summoned by summon monster ally. Okay, so it does not technically. So ascent summon not the best right now. And battle meditation, it's whatever. Best joke, Okay, brutality incarnate, natural attack, who cares? Cleaving shot. Each time you deal critical damage with your ranged weapon attack or reduce the target to 0 hit point, you deal your weapon damage to all other enemies in that's gonna be great for Wendwag. You leave a mystical link with enemy spellcaster that lets you instantly move them. What? Okay, that's kind of insane. Okay, so that's good later on, I'm feeling. Elemental spells. Every time you deal energy damage to a creature, you apply an elemental mark to it. If during the next 3 rounds you deal energy damage to a marked target with a different energy type, the target is dealt an additional divine damage. The damage is 1d6 per mythic rank. Okay. Eh. Hmm. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a stacking +2 bonus to damage roll with melee weapons, up to a maximum of +10. That lasts until the end of combat. Well, we're gonna go with abundant casting for now. Okay. So Abundance Might is cool. Thundering Blow I think was pretty cool too. Cause she's always gonna miss, right? I think that's pretty cool. Wolf Jiv. Wolfie boy. Hmm. What should we put on a wolf jiv? I guess abundant casting too, so we can cast mirror image more often, but I don't know. Wendu. Cleaving shot seems great right now. I think I'm just gonna get cleaving shot. Seems really OP. Okay, what about you? Honestly, I have no idea. I think I'm gonna respec her no matter what, so I'm just gonna look online, because I was gonna respec her because I don't like the two I thought I was gonna like the two ones, but I don't feel it right now. I just don't really feel it. Second spirit. So for now they say abundant casting is better, so we'll just go for that. And for you, I'm gonna assume abundant casting too, but I'm just gonna look to be sure. But Like, let's be honest, it's gonna be abundant casting. Wow, never mind. They go for something else. Second mystery. Let's see what that is about, right? That's weird. I mean, I'm down for that. Don't mind me.
I was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
Okay, so that means if we look at the spell books. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, so many options.
I welcome your company. Let's get to the exciting part.
Hell yeah, let's go. We did it. Woo! Onwards. Everybody's happy. We destroyed the ward stone. Now let's see what's up.
Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered mixing this little shindig, Beth?
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabras. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate. And he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendo.
Hell yeah. If you want to heap more praise on me, don't hold
Now
back.
that's how you celebrate your achievements.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabras. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison? What you did?
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more.
Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress?
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it
Yeah,
was
maybe not.
granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, read on this for me. For good luck.
I wonder if I can get a cut for the cells.
I know a guy who knows some guys.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
True.
Well, a couple perhaps.
Iomede's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone.
That's the queen?
I also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toast me out of this fine establishment?
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
Do not move. The queen has graced us with her
As
presence.
you can see, yes, I am here.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every
True.
person who tirelessly
Everybody was like
will
fighting in
enjoy
here.
themselves today. And my
How nice of her to join.
will ensure peace and order.
Will you join the celebrations, your Majesty?
Please, don't Your Majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Nerosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms. Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new hero all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders.
We all need to get some rest.
Because grand new deeds lie ahead, yes?
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Discari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris's crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have
I like him
foreseen the
so
demon
much.
attack, and we have so
He's such a
successfully
bitch.
held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am
No.
not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Kionin, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
What a bitch.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening.
Hey,
I
that's
did not
me.
come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate. But all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you. Especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word.
Okay, we drink.
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden. A fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years.
My.
The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
Okay, so I guess we're just going? There's nothing else, it's just go, have fun. Okay, well, I can get behind that.
Rise, warriors. Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canobris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Godfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade.
Oh my
I
God.
am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canobris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death. And now it's time to rest.
They just give us the commander title? That's kind of weird.
There, the troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Commander, please allow me to join you while you inspect our encampment. Okay, whew. So that's been done. Those have been done. We're not gonna show completed quest. Okay, the Ward Stone. Wait for the liberation of Canobris. Okay, that's pretty good. So now we can go there. So we're gonna try to find Ramian, I guess. Alright, make it to Dresden. That's gonna be the quest we're doing right now. Talk to Nino. So that's Nino's quest. That's Sela. Okay, so we're gonna do Sela's quest also. So that's whatever we do, and that's like errands. Alright. Ooh, scrolls. And money. Ah, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Our sure the Constance is coming to an end. Very soon you will depart on your crusade, where you'll scrape by on horrible rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep amid snoring soldier, be rudely awoken by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour face of self-righteous prigs, before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me too. I've just rented a sailboat in the south. I've also hired an excellent chef and a host for other entertainment. Well, to each their own, I suppose. You know, I'm genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim. You see? But you intrigue me. If only we could have spent more time together, but of course, not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and the demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. You know, I would like it if you stayed. You intrigue me too. Alas, life is full of disappointment. I must reject the offer. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate on the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be your most precious memory of this most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if not, the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. Okay. We're not gonna do much damage living, but we're gonna get this one. Put it here. That's fine, like that. I don't need more haste. Vampiric touch is fine. There it is. Cool.
I'm gone.
We'll do a round of our people. Okay, so talk to the army quartermaster, examine the camp sign of the Canabras Knight, find the location of the recruit from Nerosia, and examine the campsite of the Eagle Watch. Who are those? They look like a fun bunch. The twins, the big ogre, the random guy, and the grandma. Oh, they're the troop! They're the troop we helped save. Good afternoon, your commander, Ness. Do you remember us? We're the crew from the next door theater company, the one you saved in Canabras, back when you weren't your commander Ness yet. As you can see, we've gone on the campaign with you. We signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up a theater is expensive, so we all have to take side job, but we don't stop at what we're doing. We're going to put on a play about your legendary strength. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find the people to play the hordes of demons, and we decided against using a ritual to summon real demons. Luckily, we have Master Chem. He's invented a way to solve this problem using sound. We caught a pig and some piglet who ran away from a burned out village. We put the piglet in a box and scare them a little, and the sound they make is just like an approaching demon horde. But most important question is, of course, choosing the lead actor who will play the Great Knight Commander. We've had a ride Barney over it, breaking a number of lances as well as shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of black scratchers. But we just couldn't decide no matter what. Maybe you can help us? We have two candidates that most suited for the role. One will have the honor of conveying your heroism up on the stage, Commander. So we have the gnome or the cyclops? What? The cyclops, man. What? One of them sits on the shoulder? Okay, I'm gonna go with the gnome. Wonderful. Sorry took you away from all the important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash some pot, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't harass old grandma now. Okay. So, Encampment of Canabras Soldier, Wolfish, Ogre's Worm, Gulch Encampment, the new recruits. Okay, let's go to the new recruits first. A group of soldiers is talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around the flask. So picture this: my sword is by the fire. There's 2 goblins about to snatch it, and 3 more are digging through my tent. And I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about the mail shirt. You can't sleep in armor, but it's not bad in mail once you get used to it. Too bad no one told me not to go into the bushes without my swords. Give me a sec to Her Majesty's health. Commander, are you sure this is the right way to train our soldier? Never mind, it's your business. Yo, they're all gonna be undead soon, girl. Don't worry about it. We're killing all of them and making them undeads. Okay, so we did one. We're gonna go to the other thing. Oh, we can talk to the storyteller. Great. I got this. Okay, my hand touched the stone wall. The cold pierces my palm like the teeth of a hungry dog sinking into a piece of meat. I don't take my hands away. I let the stone enjoy my warmth in return for its service. It accepts my caress and my unasked questions. The one it's being asked thousands upon thousands of times, where should I go next? Behind me, I heard a loud stomping of the minotaur that guard this god-forsaken place. I tricked and outwit them, leaving only a trace of my presence. There is darkness lurking up ahead, honing its sword, claw, and teeth, in the hope that a rare traveler visits its lair, but only it will get no one. This labyrinth is alive. Its red vine stone wall resembles the guts of a huge creature. If you keep still and listen closely, you can hear it breathing in the wind. You can hear it breathing in the wind that sweeps through this place. Where do I go from here? Forward? To the place whence the wind carried the fate chuckle? Whence comes the faint smell of ashes? Whence a few ages ago Demon Lord Baphomet began his great escape? How were you able to evade all the damage of the Ivory Labyrinth? I'm the last Archmage of Keonin. I've been to many dangerous places, and this is just one of the many. It won't be the last. What do you need from the Ivory Labyrinth? An answer to a question, a key to a secret, knowledge that can save many lives. My kinfolk were weaklings and cowards. They ran from danger, but one stood up to the enemy, and Baphomet will give me a weapon to win. Please continue. For several years, I have thought about how to defeat Artfall. My enemy has no flesh and is impossible to kill. It blazes through everything in its path. It doesn't enslave but just destroys life itself. And I have found the answer. I know how to save my world. Heartfall came to destroy Galarian. Its strike was brutal, and my world barely withstood it. But what is Artfall? But what if Artfall was resisted by not one world but several worlds at once? What if Heaven or Elysium come to the help of the dying Golarion? If I manage to merge my world with another one, meld them together, the power of the disaster will be weakened. The denizens of Golarion will be able to temporarily take shelter in the adjacent plains. Civilization will not die. Our culture will continue to exist. We will not be forgotten. Did he open the world wound? This mad lad. Baphomet, the cunning and insidious Lord of Minotaur, was once a captive in Asmodeus' prison. But only 10 years passed before Baphomet was able to escape, taking his own prison with him, which later became the Ivory Labyrinth. Such an achievement deserves respect, and it is the goal of my research. Moving matter between planes is what interests me now. I stop near strange symbols covering the walls of the labyrinth. I run my hand over them to ensure they are real, encrypted riddles drawn by Baphomet during his imprisonment. I take out the bark-covered notebook and painstakingly copy the symbols into it. Behind me, 2 Minotaurs are fighting. Deceived by the net spell I have wrapped around myself like a blanket. Do you want to connect the planes? That's dangerous. Dangerous, difficult, almost impossible, but tell me, is this risk not worth the Taliesin Empire perishing before my eyes? Does Golgan, the Cyclop Kingdom, deserve death? What about Aboleth Empire? Another plane will pay for saving Golarion. There will be war, and then a new war will come. But we will survive. We will defeat Artfall, and history will not condemn the victor. Yet blinded by my pride, I tore it into pieces, and I thought I would not follow my kinfolk. I am still not going to run, but my knowledge written in this notebook as my former mentor might serve my purpose. What happens next? I copied the strange symbols into the notebook. I haven't the slightest idea what these scribes means. What was the future demon lord thinking when he wrote them? While he was imprisoned in the cell with no way out. Was he still in his right mind? Well, I will need to help understand. I will need help to understand these notes. Otherwise, decrypting them might take more time than Pharasma has given me. One of the Minotaur behind me killed the other one, tore his heart out, and devoured it. His bloodstained nose sniffed the air sharply. His bloodshot eyes shift from wall to wall. He senses a stranger, but he doesn't scare me. I am certain of my power and the spell hiding me. I've done my work and can now leave this place. And still, I linger. What is this strange presence I feel behind me? Like someone is watching me despite all the protective spells. Who are you? I ask carefully, not hoping for an answer. Darkness. A coy female voice whispered in my ear. Against my will, I shudder. The vision ends, and the most interesting moment, didn't it? Please find the rest of the pages from the bark-covered book. I must know what happened next. Cool. Fun times. Examine the campsite of the Cannabis Knight. Talk to the army quartermaster.
We do it my way.
Where is the army quartermaster? Here, maybe? Like at the exit, maybe? I don't know. Let's see.
Follow if you dare. I'm off.
Oh, Pitax. Hey, we're gonna get all the help we can get, right?
I do
Okay,
what
Commander
I
stand.
must.
Maybe here? Okay, that does seem like it.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation.
Cool.
A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Social Danik. One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I
Okay.
do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining
Is that
armor, deadly dangers,
the new
glorious
Lindsay?
feats. We are going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it.
Hell yeah, girl.
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
When we met at the Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the New Crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme. And beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution.
Sure.
However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the Crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Did you know that the souls of the angel from Evans were confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were in
Okay.
any case.
I have some
of
questions on
course,
Dresden.
I shall answer.
What do you think right now is different? It's been decades and no one has been managed to retake the city.
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But we
Okay.
must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces.
Do you know how to
When
get rid of
city
the
is
World
free,
Wound?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war,
Okay.
the World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have the main rift lies through the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the Magus to explore the origins of the World Wound. So, the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold. The very threshold of the abyss.
Okay, okay. That's cool. That's a cool game idea. What forces are at my disposal?
Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness.
And me keeping
Also
them
marching
alive.
with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination.
Okay.
These forces, as I said, are
No
not
more questions.
wonderful.
What are you going to do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Neurosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
So I can do it because I'm not Aeon right now. I'm guessing that it's if you choose Aeon instead of Angel or whichever. Thank you for your reply. I don't want her with me. The task is clear.
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio.
Is he gonna get stuck with us?
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation.
She got him good.
Including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
That's great. Oh my god, poor him. That's really good. Hey, we get the loot. Oh my god, so much. Alright. Um Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we're just gonna rest. Okay. We can go talk to the guy. Encampment. We can go talk to Lidor. He wanted to talk to us. Commander, let me personally congratulate you on being on your new title and thank you for your time in advance. I am Ogblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade, the bringer of light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, the Count Darren Arende. Are you one of Prelate Ulrun follower? Yes, of course. What is your opinion on his atrocities? Usually people reveal such thing about themselves only to their confessor, not to some curious stranger. Still, I did ask for your help, and that imposes certain obligation upon me. Let me put it like this. I spent enough years by Prelate Ulrun's sides to learn how to keep him from going over the line. No, you did not. He was an extraordinary man, the vengeful sword of our goddess in human form. He was fighting in the vanguards, fearlessly taking down demons, exposing the cultists' plot, all by himself. He had served the Inquisitor twice as long as I have, and he eventually, his own paranoia was and monumental sense of responsibility eroded his mind. May our Iomade guard his soul. Tell me about yourself, Inquisitor. I want to know who I'm dealing with. Blah blah. What brings you here? I ask you to assist the Church of Iomade in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the Crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I'm calling upon you. The Inquisitor's faces instantly reveal his feeling. He frowns and looks through you, lost in his own thought for a moment. I suppose that you already have heard about Count Arende's story. I refer to the tragedy of Hedge estate, of course. Everybody died but him. You're going to investigate this old case again? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything on my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Hedge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world wound, and yet on that day it turned into the labyrinthine house of horror, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I want to tell you about my suspicion. Everything about the incident seems odd. Why was the only person alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabris for help? Even though the agony spanned many hours, we found the demons dead and their head cut off when we got into the estate. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any diseases? If the demon had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defense, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Evans Hedge? You are the only person who can help me here, Commander. Because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you very near the site of the tragedy. Evans Hedge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I simply follow you as one of your attendants. Jesus, okay. There are a hundred way, a thousand path, a myriad loophole in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led the demon to the gates of Evans Hedge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid, the kind of Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I am asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. Did you question Darren himself? I did, but the Count insisted he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to severe shock. He saw the demon at the very beginning, and they appeared at the celebration to announce that onset of the plague and mug their victim. He also witnessed the death of his mother, Countess Selena, and was all he would tell me about. You have already been to the estate several times. What do you expect to find now? I was young and inexperienced when I first visited Evans Hedge. 10 years ago, my skills have improved significantly then. I have paid dearly for that. My arsenal includes many spells and techniques dedicated to gathering informations about people and events. Almost all of them require me to be physically present in the place where the events in question happened. This is why I must return to Evans Hedge. Do you suspect Darren is hiding something? Refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions so that it doesn't affect the investigation. There is a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is mother of prejudice and prejudice is married to failure. Okay, fair enough. Fine, I'll help you. What do you need me to do? Thank you, Commander. Now I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see Evans Hedge. Please do not inform him of any of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require help during the investigation. You will have to follow me, observe my action as an independent witness. I have to go. Okay. Where's the Count? There you are. I'd love to visit the estate. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole Crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Evans Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask you the permissions to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you to. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldier on leave. Alright, deal. Perfect. You'll have a ball, I'll make sure of it. Great. So,
hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
who are you and how could you possibly be of use to my army?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle.
You wanted to discuss something with me?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canobris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for his funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring... I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given...
Okay. We will go see Zacharias. Okay, bury sacrifice cell. The least you can do is bid farewell one last life before leaving for the war. Okay, we'll go see this, right? Is there anything? Banner over the citadel. More than nothing, Nino. So this is the nameless ruin. Okay, so we can visit the camp. Go to Evan's Hedge. A farewell. Okay, great.
I'm gone.
That's about the party I want. Indeed. Okay. Crusade starting out. You can now control armies on the global map within the battle against demon forces. Will provide you with a number of benefits such as resources to help your economy, relics which can be turned into powerful new item for your party. Captured enemy fortification that previously blocked the advance of both your party and your army. These fortifications can be rebuilt into forts for your own troop. Enemy's army differ in their strength, which is displayed as a number text over the army name. By hovering over the enemy army, you can learn more about its composition. You can switch between party management and army command mode by clicking on a banner at the top of the screen. In army command mode, you can select armies by either using the panel on the left or clicking. Much like your party, army used roads to move around the map. Alright, we're gonna exit. We're gonna get him inside. So buy Camellia for now, I suppose. And we're gonna get him inside. How unfair. They were all so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves, and an old cripple like me still lives. the paintings and burn like everything else in the house. There's nothing left for me to remember you by. Nothing. They all sad. I wish you a warm welcome in Shellin's realm. We will win this war. I swear to you we'll banish this ugliness and evil. Make the world richer and let the peace blossom in it. We'll make sure anything like this. How long will this take? I'm sick of this ceremonies. Zombies!
Let's have some fun.
Hey, so like I think that's the place where we become liches, right? I think so. I'd hope so. Bless up. Yo, just watch Wenduag starting to destroy all of them. That's gonna be great.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both? Ha!
Begone, fiend!
Hell yeah, Ferocial Skeletal Champions. Destroy them.
They'll beg me to stop. Into the fray.
Okay, now that we found our rhythm, I think we're gonna be good.
I can still fight.
Distract them for me. Die already.
Let's go skeletons.
No match for me. The inheritor tried my blade.
What do you want him to do?
Time to share your treasures.
And that's without sneak attack. The guy is insane.
Fall!
Don't hold back!
What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? Take a look at this. Cultists simply murdering my friends wasn't enough for them. No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. Looks like some of the townspeople were only feigning their griefs. Okay, so not many weapons at all, honestly. Okay, cool.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Who's that? Unquiet undead. Thank the gods and thank you. I knew I was going to happen someday. They buried me alive. Who are you? Baroness Ninel Bollard, at your service. My estate is not too far from here. Let me assure you that all of you are always welcome, assuming you are properly attired. I hate to break it to you, but you're actually dead. How dare you? What utter foolishness. Do I look like a corpse to you? No, no, no. You forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such a things too. The dead Baroness wags her finger at you, chastising minor, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in her. What? How? This cannot be. I shan't permit it. I'm afraid it's true. I am truly sorry this graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems that he disturbed your rest as well. So I died. But even in death, the accursed servant of the abyss torment me. Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest. I quite enjoy my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. How did you awaken? Do you remember anything? Allow me a moment to think. It seems like it. Yes, indeed. I awoke because I heard a voice. They were reciting poetry or a prayer, perhaps. I suppose those were spells, then. It must have been your thrice-damned necromancer. Would you like to pass along any words of comfort to your friend or family while you're here? That good-for-nothing band of hanger-on? Most certainly not. Thank you very much. I am reasonably confident that they have already brought my estate to ruin and squandered my fortune. I bequeathed it to them. They will have to do without my missives. Spare us both that indignity of embarrassment. You see, I would still be in the company of those I truly care for, were it not for your discordant sorcerer and his parlor trick. Rest in peace. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion where I'm going anyways.
We do it my way.
This is my kind of work. my kind of work.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Cover me, all right?
We will win this war.
Okay, what is she? Half plate of vigor or half plate +1? Enhancement to constitution. So 16. That means you get a bunch of hit points. 27, 26, 12, 26, 25. Okay, I mean it's better, right?
Follow if you dare.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
I need your assistance. I will bring down the divine wrath.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
They'll beg me to stop.
The world has suffered enough.
This will be quick.
No match for me.
Distract them from me.
Oh my god, 5 of them? Insane!
The light, take you.
My god, so many. Jesus Christ.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
Why am I so weak?
Oh my god, she got destroyed. Quite utterly destroyed. Alright, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna find... Oh shit, we have to start from here. Alright, we'll do it, like... We'll save more often. For sure, for sure.
Let's save some adventures for later.
This is my kind of work. Pretty good, aren't I?
They will break against our resolve.
Cover me, all right?
I'm gone. I am never wrong.
Who? Me?
We will win this war.
The world has suffered enough.
Miss me already.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
I'll take care of it.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
They'll beg me to stop.
My god. Hell yeah.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
My army of undead.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Begone, fiend!
Don't hold back!
Cantrip power.
Distract them from me.
Into the fray.
No match for me.
We do it my way.
Can we retreat already? Time to share your treasures!
Strike! Follow if you dare. This will be quick.
Tactical retreat! No! It's all your fault!
I'll rip you apart.
Are they just immune to Stinking Cloud and I'm just really stupid?
all right?
They'll beg me to stop.
Retake.
No glory without risk!
They'll never hit her. It's kind of funny.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
No match for me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Distract them for me.
So that missed.
The light, take you!
I can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough. Time to share your treasures.
I'll rip you apart.
You should have run!
No glory without risk!
Just keep trying to hit Sheila, please.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Cover me, all right?
No match for me.
Great.
I'm off.
We can exit the area if you want, but I'm pretty sure this is the Lich place, so look, we're just gonna see, right?
Skip the pleasantries.
A bright future awaits us. We are the light. They are the darkness.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I can still fight. I failed you.
A mere flesh wound.
No.
Into the fray!
Okay, she didn't get blinded, which is really, really good.
Distract them for me.
Skeleton crew!
The light take you! I'll rip you apart!
Time to share your treasures.
Skeletons slowly advancing to their demise. Well, with that out of the way, I think I'll just back up, you know?
Out of my sight.
He's gonna do a big 0 damage.
They'll beg me to stop!
Cover me, all right?
This will hurt. I will see to your demise.
No match for me!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Okay. I like that he just falls again because of grease. I surrender, stop. I give up. Don't hit me. You damned rat, how dare you. You scumbag, I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you, we shared our table with you, and took you in. Then I don't even know what I'm going to do. Stop it, I surrender. You're a priest of healing. I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Don't listen to him. Hit him some more. No, I am human, not a demon. I must not succumb to this blind rage. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace. I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. You are the commander, and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. You know, kill him, finish him, kill him. I can see how much you want to. No, I am weak and sinful. I must not, but not to this extent. How would I dare touch the holy symbol of sealing again after killing him like this? Then I condemn him to death. His sentence will be carried out immediately. No, please listen, May the goddess forgive him, for I will not. Thank you for taking his sin upon yourself. It's alright. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This place must not leave like this. Okay. I'll just double check. Well, actually, may the eternal peace, blah blah, and we will save as such. And then we'll call it a day. So thank you all for tuning in, if you did. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later with some more Pathfinder